Liftoff.
Yeah, Mr. Coolman. Hey, everybody, how you doing?
Hi
How
there.
you doing?
Is that because I've got new studio lights?
We got Ray
Yeah.
Charles and Stevie Wonder. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder. One down.
Oh, I know a good joke about Stevie Wonder and Paul
I bet.
McCartney.
Yeah. But seriously, Ted, have you seen his wife?
Who? Stevie Wonder's wife?
Seen Stevie Wonder's wife?
No.
No,
is he?
nor is he.
Oh, it's going to be one of them shows, I can tell that. The influence of
I
that.
like Jackie's new studio.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the next production.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You know what? I broke 5 mirrors doing that and a set of LEDs.
Ross them under the tap.
I stuck them up with sealant and it seemed to sort of melt them or something.
Are they individual mirrors then?
Yeah.
Those are, yeah, they're from IKEA.
It seriously looks, Jackie.
I did the wall black.
It looks like a window into another room.
I know, that's why I did it. Because it makes it look bigger, doesn't it?
It's a good idea.
That's why I thought you were going to be doing a podcast where you have an audience in the room next door.
No, this is just for us, just for drone seekers.
And Jackie's got a electric chair as well. It goes.
So, don't touch anything because I've already tripped the power once tonight.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the alarm lamp.
Are those glued to the wall? How did you install those?
Well, I stuck them up with the little bits of tape that come with it, and then the ones that didn't stick too well, I've just put a bit of sealant in each corner.
Gotcha.
Painted the wall black first. So,
Oh yeah, so it's just painted black, and then you
that's it, and the mirror's stuck on.
the grid up. Yeah, brilliant.
Good idea.
So Dev said you didn't need to paint the whole wall black. You could have just painted a grid black.
I could, but I couldn't be bothered to measure, so I just did the whole wall.
Yeah. That's
the
thing I'd do as well.
Carrying a bloody great big mirror.
Oh God, no!
You know, I'll tell you,
You're joking. The walls aren't level enough in Spain to.
I'd probably just put black vinyl on the damn thing. And then the tiles would fall off. Tiles won't fall off the vinyl would instead. Yeah. Well, I've been tiling as well. I've been painting.
Wow.
Anyway, well done, Jackie. Well done.
And yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Right. Anyway, let's have a quick look in the chat. See who's in the chat. Shall we? Let's roll up to the top. Oh, wait, move. Come on, move. Come on, up. What's going on here? Where's that come from? Oh,
No, but it's Caroline.
Fine.
I'll tell you what, Caroline's in the chat.
Sweet Caroline.
I'm not getting involved in this anymore. Oh dear. Right, anyway, let's have a look. Right, we've got Harvey, we've got Keith, we've got Suzanne, we have Alex, we have, come on, scroll down to Suzanne, we have Barkley, we have
Bud.
I got that for you. Oh, Brandon,
Giggles.
John Olsen, Biggles. Biggles is over there. Biggles asleep.
Not Giggles.
Brian, how you doing, Brian? Hope Mary's on the mend or getting better. And Mr. Depp's in the chat. I'm on the D. She comes up every week. And Justin, Simon, Laurie. I like this. Come on.
Dominic's in. North side
Oh,
hall.
look, I like what Elaine said. You're putting mirrors on the ceiling. How kinky.
Hey, not a word. Hi, Bob.
No,
Hi, Tom.
definitely none on the ceiling.
Tom, here to go, he said. PM, see yourself. Reading drones.
That's Brett. Hi, Brett.
Northside Hawk is
Dominic.
Rick, and Colin is in the chat.
Colin, yeah.
TJ.
Home biker.
TJ? Who's he? Yeah.
Yeah, Google.
Sky Snap. Not sure who that is, Sky Snap. So, Jackie, any ideas? Sky
I
Snap?
don't know, Sky Snap.
Okay.
Tell us your
Drone
names.
Bikers, Patrick, is it not?
Yep.
Who else we got? Come on. Sherlock Drones. Elementary module.
Homes. Yeah,
Sally's in the house. Sally!
Sally.
Helen's in the house. Helen's probably off to work. No.
You mean Highland Cow?
Yep.
That's Karen.
Well, Karen, of course, yeah.
Island Coup.
Highland Cow.
Gator Drone. Who's Gator Drone then?
Don't know. Got off axis in. That's Marcel.
I don't know who it is, but I'll bet he lives in Florida.
I bet.
Northside Hawk.
Yeah.
Surely Dev. Surely you cannot be serious. I am serious. Don't call me Surely.
Surly.
Right. Yeah. Britain from above. That's Britain from
Jason.
above. Jason, because he's
Jason.
These names get long. I'm going to start on a short list. Right. Fly High Florida. Fly High Florida. RP. RP guy. RP guy. Don't know.
RP guy.
Anyway.
New people. Welcome, new people.
Welcome everyone. So 54 watching, 54.
Oh, wait a minute. Sky Snap is Nigel Scott.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we know.
Sorry. Oh, new
Yeah.
new channel name. You're trying to trick me. It wouldn't take a lot. I'll tell you for nothing. Anyway, we have a guest. Marcus has disappeared.
Marcus is on a runner. Doesn't want to meet
Marcus
Oh,
me.
Marcus is gone. No, he's back.
So let's bring our guest on, shall we? Yeah, let's do it.
Let's welcome this week's Drone Seekers live show special guest.
It's Captain Rob Brown.
Whoa! I want to say hello to all the drone
That's wrong.
seekers, all everywhere on the panel, out there in Europe and Spain and all over the world. I want to greet all the drone seekers and thank them for having me on the show today. So big hand
You're
for all
one
the
of
drone
us,
seekers.
Ron.
We haven't seen you for ages, Rob. We just, the last time I
Oh,
saw you
Rob.
was in Florida, weren't we? So
We saw him in
Florida.
when you were in Spain because he phoned Marcus on the.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I FaceTimed Spain. So
Yeah.
does that
he
count?
did, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Steve, I heard you had a very successful meetup this year in Spain.
It was very good. Actually,
Brilliant.
you know when you don't expect too much and you get so much more. That's just the way it should be, isn't it? It was good. It was good. And I've just got to. For some reason,
hey, Ron, I need you to leave it to you to give Steve the bad news about Florida, though, about our favorite parks.
Oh, well, Johnny has dug us some information that they may not allow drone flying in town parks, and we may not be able to fly the Jupiter Lighthouse from Du Bois.
Du Bois Park and, Carlin Park. Where we flew.
so why can't you go around nearer to the
Well, I said the same thing. The hamburger joint down the street where we have lunch afterwards, you could just fly from the parking lot there. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it always seems funny that we fly from there and go right across the water. Why can't we go around the other side nearer to the lighthouse?
We could.
So then we've solved that problem out already.
What we do, isn't it?
I mean, Marcus's bigger point is that in the U.S., beyond what the government's doing for regulations, every little town, whether it's a big town or a little town, can put a no drone sign up all over the spot, all over the place, and deter us as much as the big government trying to, put, bans on drones or whatever. So, in other words, Marcus made the point they're coming at us from every angle in the U.S.
Right.
Way up top in the government, the little dinky towns with just, the mayor and whatever, everybody's working against drones. But I do make a point. I don't know how it is in the UK and Spain, but the U.S., almost every like where I live, every town park in my town, down at the beach, has a sign: no dogs allowed, no dogs allowed. Well, you could go to any of those parks or beach any time of the day, and somebody's with there with a dog, and not one policeman there stopping them. So in the U.S., they put those no drone signs up, but the same people that are enforcing the no dog walking they're enforcing the drones. That means nobody's ever going to stop you.
No.
One more point in that regard. Now, a town like that, they can say, "Hey, no drones," and that means you can't take off or land on that
right.
property. However, in the U.S., only the FAA controls the airspace, so they can't stop you from flying over the top of it. They might think they can,
Right.
but they can't.
Yeah, back to Steve's point, you could just walk right out, technically right outside the gate of the park, and take off from the sidewalk or whatever, and you're legal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's always a way around things if you really need to. I mean, I would like to get some more footage of Juno's Lighthouse because, you get ideas and whatever, but, well.
That's a wonderful place to fly, isn't it? That's what broke my heart about that. Is that our gathering spot there on the end of that little place with the
peninsula
tables? It's a natural place for us all to get together.
Yeah.
And everybody can safely take off and fly.
And near sunset, we're not really disturbing anybody near sunset because most of the swimmers and stuff like that have gone home at that point. Usually there's, again, I hate to bring back, usually there's just a couple people fishing there besides us.
Yeah.
And guess what? The drones don't bother the fish.
I got told by when I was out with Brian up in the borders once of Scotland, and the guy came and said, "You're scaring the fish with your drone."
Yeah, fishermen.
Ooh, they do scare the fish, huh?
Yeah.
I said, "Well, they've got very good hearing in fish, have they?" Or
You know what I'd have done then? I would have picked up a rock and I would have pitched it out into the stream or pond or whatever. How does that scare the fish?
Yeah.
Well,
They'd just swim away, wouldn't they?
I'll tell you what scares the fish even more when you get a bloody big hook in its mouth and he gets yanked out of the water. That probably don't.
Yes.
I'm sure they're not too keen on that idea, really. But anyway, Ron.
It's good to be here, and I'm wearing a special hat tonight. This is Mike Wright, Texas Arts Drone Guy, and why I'm wearing this hat.
Yeah.
He will be the special guest tomorrow night.
I think I've actually got one somewhere. Ron, I've got a T-shirt or
Mike.
polo shirt with that on as well. So yeah.
Yeah. And Mike is going to be our special guest. He's going to talk about the Las Vegas drone meetup, which just happened last weekend. Mike's going to have all the lowdown on the Las Vegas meetup.
They had a very good turnout as well, didn't they? I mean, it was a very good turnout this year.
Mike's going to bring footage and pictures, so we'll know more tomorrow night.
Fantastic.
Did you go last year then, Ron? Did you go to Vegas
Well,
meet?
I haven't been to either one of them. Last year, I had I had AFib, and I was in the middle of getting the AFib and the ablation. And this year, we were going to go. First, my wife and I were going to go. Afterwards, it's a bunch of national parks in Nevada and California close by, so we were going to turn into a real vacation, right? You know, all those great spots. I'm trying to think of one: Palm Springs, the one with the funny trees, Joshua Tree National. But anyhow, but unfortunately, we had some politicians in this country that shut all the national parks down. So they were all going to be closed. So we would just come up to a close sign. And then, of course, they stopped laying off people at the airports, air traffic control, TSA to check your bags. So the airports were a disaster. Half the people working there were laid off. You may not even make your flight. So rather than deal with all that, I canceled any plans on going. Again, that shutdown's over with.
Ron, you and I live in the freest country in the world. What do you mean everything is closed? What are you talking about?
So someone, Colin was just asking where you're from. So you're from Margate. Margate, not Margate in Kent. Margate, New Jersey. Yeah.
Margate, little Margate, New Jersey, home of Lucy the Elephant, the #1 roadside attraction in the U.S. If you guys ever get up your way, I will give you a guided tour of Lucy the Elephant.
I bet we see a video of Lucy today.
Yeah. Well, talking about videos, I'm glad you said that, Marcus, because let's watch a video. Yeah. What up here?
Ah, no.
Nice one, Ron.
So therefore,
Margate is also known for its sunsets, especially, and actually they're better in the off season in the winter than they are in the summer for the most part.
Ron Colin,
What drone was that with?
I believe that was a tracking video I did last year, so that may have been the Air 3S because you saw you saw the controller and me
Yeah.
walking around, so I think I was doing tracking tests. I believe that was the Air 3S. Could have
Cool.
been a Mini Pro though.
Colin wanted to know if Margate has a pier.
A pier? No, it's got an elephant.
Up here, we do have a fishing pier. In that video, the drone was facing the wrong direction, but right behind me, where I was near the two famous locations of Margate are Lucy and the fishing pier.
Oh, but Ron, don't forget, let the people know you're right next door to Atlantic City. So all of the streets, Ventnor, all the name of the town there. If you play the board game Monopoly,
Yeah.
all the streets are the streets that Ron travels on every day.
Marvin Gardens is actually in Margate. It's the first little section of Margate when you come down from Ventnor. But yeah, the whole Monopoly board game is all based on the little place I live at.
As
Yeah.
not only Colin. As more like Mayfair and Park Lane.
Yeah, that's the only Monopoly one I know.
Marylebone Station, King's Cross
That's it.
Station.
Old Road.
Well, so seriously, do you have the board game Monopoly in the UK?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Familiar.
It's just named after all the
It's all the London streets.
Okay.
Oh, okay, they changed it. Yeah.
I think they changed ours for yours.
Yeah.
Actually.
It was actually
I
invented
was
in
going
the
to say
US.
we invented.
We must have had that years ago.
Well, let's face it. If you was playing Monopoly with American names, you'd think, where the hell are these places? Wouldn't you?
Well, guess what? If you don't live in New Jersey, you have any idea where these places are either. Whatever.
So Ron started talking about all these streets and this and that where he lives, and I'm going, I know that. I used to play that board game.
Therefore, if you want to go to Margate, the best thing to do is get an American version of Monopoly. Then by the time you go there, you know
Wow,
all
you'll know
the
it.
streets. You
You
won't
know
know
all
where
the
they
spots,
are. But
yeah.
It's like Patrick's just said here, all the streets are in Belgium. So I
yeah,
guess every city has its own
Yeah.
version. of Monopoly.
That is wild. Yeah.
it's not
Wow.
changing really.
In the U.S., I mean, nowadays they have different versions of Monopoly in the U.S. too, like Star Wars Monopoly and all that. But back when Marcus and I were kids,
The
they
original.
only had one version of Monopoly,
Yeah.
and that was no matter whether you bought that board game in New Jersey, or you bought that game in California, you got all the Marvin Gardens and Atlantic
I'll
Avenues.
tell you what, if I play Monopoly, so Colin said there's a Harry Potter Monopoly.
Yeah.
I must be. It's a game that I soon get fed up with because I'm useless at it.
So Ron, I got a question for you.
Yes.
What do you think of the new Mini 5?
The Mini 5 Pro, well, funny you should ask that, Marcus. Today I just released a video comparison between the Mini 4 Pro, which has been around a couple years and basically everybody's favorite main drone up until this point, and now I compared it head-on with the Mini 5 Pro, and I do a side-by-side. I was going to do a Marcus and do a waypoints, but it was gone. Setting up the waypoints, it was costing me too much time, so I just kind of flew the same route or whatever, and I'm not even going to drop it. I mean, I'm going to make an opinion or whatever. Watch the video and see what you think. My only thought would be sometimes the Mini 4 looked better, sometimes the Mini 5 looked better. It was not a total win across the board for either one.
You know what, Ron? I just watched that video a few minutes ago. The Mini 4 holds up really, really well. There's no question the Mini 5 was overexposed. No question, right?
Yeah, and we talked about this a
Well, I
little
can't
offline.
wait for
But
it to
the
be
Mini
used in
5's
the
problem
goggles.
is it has a bigger sensor. It's almost a 1 inch now, and also it has a wider aperture. Now it lets in too much light when you're flying towards the sun and the exposure. So when they flew towards the sun, the Mini 4 looked better because it's not as good in low light. But when you turned the drone around and flew back, with the sun at the drone's back, then the Mini 5 kind of shined in the shadows and things like that. So
Where it was really apparent was when you were flying sideways,
yeah,
not facing the sun and not facing away from it.
right.
And that's where the Mini 5 really showed its chops.
Yeah. So there's not a total. It's not a total. What do you call it? Knockout. Nobody wins all 9 rounds. It's back and forth. Which one looks better?
What about taking
Yeah, the
photographs?
only thing
I
Let's
did,
hear
I did
Terry's
not take,
opinion.
to answer Jackie's question, I did not take any photos on this test. I will do that at some point, but
Takes
Go
all
ahead.
the
Terry does.
photos, don't you?
I think it's brilliant. The only thing I don't like at the moment is we can't use goggles 2 with it.
yes, that is a big
You know,
con.
I much
Goggles
prefer to
3,
fly with
yeah.
goggles.
And Terry, I think
Goggles 3, yeah.
and I think that those days are over with. The Mini 4 Pro, the Air 3, a lot of those drones work with the goggles, but the newer generations, starting with the Air 3S, Mavic 4 Pro, Mini 5 Pro, have all taken away the goggles feature. So I don't think that thing's ever coming back or anytime soon to the
No,
camera.
no.
Nothing else.
So
You know,
Ron,
I
you
love
did a video of recently of the Mini 5 at night. So Nigel in the chat's just saying that he said the 5 is better at night. Would you agree with
Definitely.
that? Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, it's definitely better. Larger sensor, less noise. That handles noise better. Does the higher ISO. So no doubt, if your main intention is to fly your drone at night and low light, you always want to get the drone with a bigger sensor. In this case, it'd be
How does that
Yeah.
compare then? I'm assuming the Mini 5 at night sort of compares with the Air 3S or not?
people say they have the same exact cameras. The only difference being the Air 3S has a second lens.
Yeah,
The 3x tele lens. But people say that the main lens is the same on both drones.
Right.
So you're going to
Well,
get
I've
similar
got-
results.
I've got an ND filter on mine, and I find it excellent. I really do. For photographs.
So does the ND filter help with the overexposure then in bright
It
light?
does.
Yeah.
It does.
I'm going to put on my ND filter right now.
Yeah.
There you go.
To answer Jackie and Terry's comments, putting the ND filter in, of course, cuts the exposure down. Even if you don't care anything about, people do it for the motion blur, but even forget the motion blur, just to keep the exposure down, because the higher the shutter speed is for pictures, like even for as a photographer, you don't necessarily want a super high shutter speed for taking pictures or whatever. You want to keep you want to keep that thing down. I mean, I'm giving you old school thing here. Like when we did film and stuff like that, we tried to keep the shutter at say 200 or below. So you don't want to take photos where the shutter is like 5,000 thing or whatever. So the ND filter is definitely help in that respect.
Well, Tom's just saying about the weight. He said he
weight,
might swap a Mini 5 for get a Mini 5 or get a Mini 4 instead of the Mini 5 because of the weight.
Right. And of course, in the U.S., we need to be 249 grams and under. And I realize in Europe, they made they considered the Mini 5 Pro the C drone. I don't know my European stuff, but it got the badge, whatever. But in the U.S., we don't have any badges like that. Over 249 grams.
Well,
Over 249 grams. Almost every Mini 5 Pro in the U.S. weighs over 249 grams.
Well, Tom's in Canada, and so that's obviously an issue there somewhere. But
Yes.
Tom, let's face it, you're going to have to get your Canadian basic license. You just are.
Or you could just get the little Neo 2 drone and not have to worry about the weight.
Yeah.
so has it Marcus or Ron Neo 2? Yes, no.
Got it ordered. I should have it by the middle of the week.
Yeah, Caroline was asking if anyone actually checked it out yet. It looks a great little drone. I still think it's overhyped, in my opinion.
Oh, I can hear the tea coming.
Here comes the tea lady.
I don't know if you guys have seen our friend Johnny Drone Flyer has already had an accident with his Neo 2.
Oh, really?
One sugar or two?
Right for me, Ian. Thank you. I better tell them time we get here, though.
Yep. And it's got my Alaska mug.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, Alaska.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Right. Let's watch our video, he says. Yeah, let's do it. Video number 2, please.
Well, maybe we'll see Luke. Hello, Ron here, and I'm out here with the DJI Mini 5 Pro, and this is my first kind of night flight, or I guess technically you can call this the blue hour here, which is, what occurs after sunset here. So again, we have the new DJI Mini 5 Pro now. This doesn't have any special night mode in it. It just, it just knows when to do the night mode stuff, judging by the light here. So I did shoot this in D-Log-M, but all my settings otherwise are auto because they say to leave it in auto because that's when the auto ISO works the best, or the dual ISO works the best. And for your best low light performance, you should film, they say, in everything auto and then D-Log M. Yeah, here is the Margate fishing pier, and they light this thing up, so it's a good subject to film at night. I've done this with previous drones, probably the Mini 4 Pro, so you can see the light coming off the pier, reflected into the water there, the waves moving, and this, I can tell you already, this looks better than it did on the Mini 4 Pro when I did virtually the same test here. It really looks good here. And in the background, you see Atlantic City down there with all the lights. And somebody may say, well, why don't you go down there and test it with all those lights on Atlantic City? Well, Atlantic City is not the safest place at night, so I'm not flying a drone down there at nighttime. So my little town isn't lit up like that. But this pier kind of makes up for not having a well-lit city like down there in Atlantic City. So said settings were, again, I keep repeating myself, but everybody says keep it auto as possible. Again, so that dual ISO will take over, and then shoot in D-Log M and use DJI's own correction LUT. Outside of using DJI's correction LUT, I did nothing else to the video in the editor. I didn't lift shadows, I didn't add noise reduction, anything like that. So I'm looking at the sky here, and I don't see a lot of noise. I got to give him credit. I don't see much noise in that night sky there. The blue sky, I'll call it. And in the shadows, the shadows aren't bad. They're definitely not crushed there. Again, I don't have a real light town. Now, this is Atlantic Avenue, that main street. It goes all the way off the island here. It goes all the way from Atlantic City, to the end of Longport. And those green lines are really green there for bikers. So here comes the car. So that lights up real well. I think to the right there is what is that there? As I'm panning around here, it looks a little darker looking this way. Oh, we found the sunset there. Looking good there in the distance down Atlantic Avenue, but definitely the houses on the left there, there's not much light coming from the beach, so they get crushed in the shadows there, but that's just because of lack of any light at all, coming from the beach area. And there on the left there's the library, which I'm kind of parked right at the end there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little quick test of the low light shooting conditions for the Mini 5 Pro, and we'll see you at the next video, folks.
Right.
There you go.
Thank you. There you got there. Whoever wanted to see the pier could see. There you saw the fishing pier.
Yep.
Yeah, Colin.
In the dark.
So
Hey, Ron. We've talked a little bit about the Neo 2. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Neo 2.
The Neo 2, yeah. I mean, it's again, it looks like DJI has himself another nice winner there. It looks like a solid upgrade over the first Neo. Not much bad to say about it. It's almost better in every way except the price. The price is bumped up. We don't know what the real price in the U.S. because we have to buy them by third-party sellers out of eBay. But I know, what did we pay $269 for the first the Neo 1? And to buy it now, it's like double that price and more. So it's substantially jumped up in price for us U.S. people. I understand. I see people in Asia buying for $210. So that's a U.S. problem.
I bought the combo with the RCN3 controller, and I paid like $360 from South Korea on eBay. But of course, then you have to add shipping on top of that, and then sales tax on top of that. So I was right at $500 by the time I paid for all of it. Yeah.
So
this may be a little controversial, Steve, but from my point of view, I don't do a lot of selfie work to begin with. I mean, I couldn't tell you last time I flew the Neo 1. I think what to me is more interesting than the Neo 2 is there are heavy rumors that DJI and Anti-Gravity will release their 360 drones before the end of the year. And again, I only know what's rumored, speculated, or whatever. They may not be what I think they are, but I think both of them could be much more interesting drones than the Neo 2, especially if you don't do a lot of selfie stuff. I mean,
Well, the thing is with the Neo 2, now because of you use a controller with it, you've actually got an adapter, like an antenna, I thought, adapter that plugged into it
Yeah.
as well.
A module. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a con. That's a con. Yep.
And honestly, I mean, you've got 1 minute of extra flight time. It's got LiDAR on it. You're thinking it's a Neo. Why would you need? I don't know. I think it's over spec for what it is, personally.
But better camera, Steve. It's still a 1/2 inch, but it's because it's a 2-axis gimbal. It doesn't have to move that image around on the sensor
Right.
as much. So you get
What Mark is trying to say, it doesn't have to crop in as much.
right. Right.
It just seems. I don't know. It just don't get me wrong. 'Cause I think the Neo. I mean, I can see some very good uses. But for the Neo 2 being more expensive and a better camera is impressive. But
Are you raining on my parade, Steve?
I just don't think it's. Just don't think it's for me.
The Neos are fun from what I've seen. They're just fun. They follow you and stuff.
Well, that's
Right,
what I
with
mean. Yeah.
goggles.
That is the beauty of it. The thing is, it makes, rather than using a GoPro, well, you use a Neo instead. So yeah.
I flew with Elaine yesterday, and she had her little Neo following us around this house. It was great fun.
Great for that. Yeah.
I just edited a
Jackie,
video at the
you have the first
Mina
Neo, Jackie?
Say again?
You have the first Neo, the Neo 1?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But Elaine's got the Neo 1, and it was very good.
Yeah.
And much like Marcus.
Yeah, I took mine to Spain.
I thought maybe good for you because you can fly at FPV and it's kind of crash proof. It takes a lot of you can crash it pretty good.
Really careful.
You can even hit the cables, Jack. Anyway, let's watch
Another one?
a stormy day in Margate.
Punch it, Chewy.
that was great.
Excellent.
And that wind sound at the end wasn't a special effect. That really was the wind that day. And also the good news is that the beach all came back. Like that you saw the water came all the way to Dune. Within a couple of days, the beach is all back again. So, but a lot of places in Jersey weren't so lucky. A lot of places don't have a beach anymore. They just have the dunes and maybe enough to walk or whatever. But we didn't lose our beach.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you guys don't have hurricanes over in the UK, do you? Or
No.
Spain?
No,
Okay.
we try and avoid them.
We have earthquakes instead.
Yeah.
Well, we have earthquakes in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
No, really, not like California or anything, but we get them here once in a while, So
Yeah. We're on a fault line, aren't we, Jackie?
Yeah. You more than me. It's you feel them first, don't you?
Well, I think we've actually had earthquakes here, but not that you'd actually notice. To be fair, just like a rumble.
yeah.
We don't want earthquakes, we don't want hurricanes, tornadoes, or anything like that. We get rain. We've had plenty of rain recently.
I heard about the rain. Yeah.
Colin says Mark has gone to the beach. I think he has actually, Colin.
Mark went to the beach. And just people ask about drones before. That was the Air 3S in that video. It was windy. Usually the hurricane, you get terrible winds. It was windy that day, but it wasn't like the usual hurricane wind. So I was able to get it wasn't raining and it wasn't like straight line like gale force winds. But the Air 3S is notoriously good in most winds.
Yeah, but it was still strong wind.
Yeah.
And Laurie says they have tiny earthquakes in New York as well.
Yeah. Well, New Jersey is almost New York. I mean, like basically North Jersey is New York.
So it's time to go over to see our roving reporter, I guess. And I think he's sitting waiting in the studio, so we'll have to power him up.
Bring him in.
Over to you, Colin.
So what's going on in the drone world? We're having drones thrown at us from all directions at the moment. The Mini 5 Pro has just been released. Some people are having problems with it apparently, and they're waiting for software updates. The Neo 2, by the time you watch this video, that could be a thing in the UK. And then there's the Avata 3. Or is it the Avata 3? So back in August, Insta announced a new company called Anti-Gravity, and they have produced what they have called the world's first 360 drone. But since then, although the release is meant to be in January, it's gone very quiet. There's been no updates whatsoever, and I think Anti-Gravity have actually missed a trick there. All there's been recently is just a few teaser videos, no actual update of what the drone is going to be, really. So the battle in the drone world now seems to be in the 360 market. Insta recently released the X5 360 camera. DJI followed with their 360 camera. GoPro have updated their 360 camera. That's where the battle seems to be. Now the long-awaited Avata 3 has turned into the Avata 360. Who saw that coming? At the moment, the rumours are saying that the Avata 360 is going to be released before Christmas. Now that's going to be a blow for Anti-Gravity, especially if the Avata 360 is compatible with equipment that people already have, like the Goggles 3, the Goggles N3, the motion controller. And on top of that, there's also a rumour that the Avata 360 will be compatible with the RC2 controller. In other words, the controller with the screen. Whereas Anti-Gravity have made no steps in this direction whatsoever, or at least haven't announced that. So it does look like the future in the drone world at the moment is going to be the 360 camera. Personally, I think that Anti-Gravity, their A1 drone, they've stalled that for too long now, and they've given DJI the opportunity to jump in ahead of them. So just to cheer you up, I'm going to show you a video of a completely different drone that everybody's going to want, and it looks so much fun. I want one, and here it is. can tell you that it's just shy of $100,000 and it's not a sub 250 drone. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'll catch you next time. It's Colin Rose for Drone Seekers International.
I want one of them.
Oh, I'd like one of those. I
Me
really
too.
would.
Sell your property, you can buy one. Yeah, so Drone Vision said I saw one, it's for £120,000.
Caroline says they're not legal outside of the USA. I'll have to move to America then because I really want one.
You sure you can fly if you had a big bit of land, you'd be alright, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course you would.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't fit into my bag to take it with me on the go. No, you wouldn't need to. You put the bag in.
You are on the go in that. That's the point.
It'd be
Oh.
great. You imagine going to work in that.
Yeah, no, it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Thanks for that, Colin. Really good. I like that.
Hey, I don't mean to scoop Colin a little bit, but the anti-gravity drone that Insta360 is connected with, you didn't hear this from me, but I think that drone may see the light of day before the end of November.
Oh,
Heard the same. Yeah.
interesting.
And Jackie, let me go right to Jackie on this. I know you do a lot of 360 work with handheld cameras. Would you be interested in getting a 360 type drone that you flew with goggles?
Well, I was interested in it initially. I really thought, yeah, that would be great. But then when you think about editing 360 and all the key framing and all that to make something of just a static picture, well, you could fly this drone in a straight line and make it look superb. And you're not actually flying the drone, are you? So I think it sort of takes away from flying the drone. So it'd be more time editing and less time flying. So I suppose
the good thing about Jackie is, as with a 360 camera, you never miss anything, do you? You know, if you was like filming sort of some action, like someone riding a motorbike, I've seen, and of course, the thing is you can be anywhere and you can just
like my good friend Ron Brown tells me, the problem is it's so wide angle. You better be right up close to whatever it is you're looking at.
And Marcus, that's tough. That's kind of tougher when you're walking around with something, but when you're flying a drone, it's not as hard to get up close to something real quick. So the 360 may actually work better in a drone than it does walking around within your hand.
Well, I did have a 360 connected to a drone. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I had that too.
Everything was fisheye.
Yes, but you
That's the other thing I don't like.
You watch the drone flying or whatever. I thought it was quite good.
So, just a thought then. So, when you're actually flying the FPV 360 drone, are you looking through a different lens? Surely you're not looking through the 360 lenses, are you? Surely.
Got to be looking.
That's one of the key questions that we need to find out.
Because at the end of the day, if you're watching 360, I'm going to do your head in, wouldn't
it? Before we get too far into it, Ron also has I think a really interesting perspective about the DJI Mavic 4. And in fact, I have Ron to thank. He and Mike Wright, really, but Ron in particular at the end there convinced me that I should buy the Mavic 4 Pro. And I'm so thankful for that because it's an amazing piece of tech. Ron, can you give us your view on that and maybe explain what you explained to me at the time?
Mike Wright's saying that this way, that may have been the last great drone you could get in the U.S. Well, we've already been able to get the Mini 5 since now the Neo 2. So, but my perspective, Marcus was very interested in getting the RC Pro 2 controller, and that controller, whatever the real price is for the rest of the world in the U.S., it was selling for $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 if you were trying to buy it as a solo unit on eBay from the Asian sellers. So Marcus did order one, but it didn't go through, and he luckily got refunded. But I broke it down. Once the price of the Mavic 4 Pro got down about in the $3,500 range US, I said it's better just to buy the kit with the drone and the controller, because if you're paying you're without the the controller. Now you're down. You only pay about $2,000 to get a drone with 3 batteries and all the extras or whatever. So it doesn't make any sense to buy the controller loan for $1,500, $1,400. You get the whole kit for $3,500.
And that drone is just a stunning piece of technology. I mean, it is it's a big chunk. But
Marcus, you had the Mavic 3 Pro. How much of the step up is it from the Mavic 3 Pro?
Well, it depends on what aspect of it you're talking about. I think with flyability and control and how quiet the drone is, I think it's a pretty big step. The camera, I think, is happening to us with all these drones now, is incremental. It's better, but it's not like way better like we saw a few years ago when every drone it would be a big leap.
On the Mavic 4, I think the big jump isn't the main camera, but the other 2 cameras have much improved.
They have, exactly, and then to be able to do the 360, which again, it's a parlor trick. But it's fun.
The rotating gimbal, Marcus.
The rotation,
yeah.
I've just I found a bit of footage the other day that, courtesy of Mr. Ron Brown, actually, that I'd forgotten all about. So I was actually going to do something with this, but it's a very quick video. So I just thought you'd appreciate it if I show this. Are we ready?
We are.
Give me that audio again. Got it.
You were thinking a few years ago.
Sound like a bunch of mad dogs.
I just found out. Me and Ron's on the show. I've got to show it.
Yeah. And incidentally, Jackie, that video has 1 million views now.
Oh, yes.
Hey, let's face it, Jackie's a bigger star than all the rest of us. That's a fact.
Anyway, it's that time. We'll go and speak to Mr. Tea Drink Group.
It's showtime.
I'm ready.
So yeah, are we ready? Okay.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
And now it's time for Terry's Joke of the Week.
I must get myself one of those suits. I really must. A Boeing 747 is just coming in to land in Toronto Airport. On its final approach, the pilot comes onto the intercom. This is your captain. We're on our final descent in Toronto. I want to thank you for flying with us today. And I hope you enjoy your stay in Toronto. He forgets to switch off the intercom. And the whole plane can hear the conversation with his co-pilot. The co-pilot says, "Well, skipper, what you going to do in Toronto?" "Well," said the skipper, "first I'm going to check into that hotel and bake a big crap. Then I'm going to take that new stewardess with the huge boobs out to dinner. And then I'm going to wine and dine her, take her back to my room and put her in the big time all night long." Everyone in the plane hears this. Immediately begins looking up and down the aisle, trying to get a look at the new stewardess. Meanwhile, the new stewardess, at the very back of the plane, so embarrassed that she tries to run to the cockpit to turn the intercom off. Halfway down the aisle, she trips over an old lady's bag, falls flat on her face. The old lady leans over and says, "No need to hurry, dear. He's got to take a shit first."
Terry's Joke of the Week.
I do apologise for the language. I could not do anything else.
I'm sure.
And that joke was for the Canadians out in the audience.
Yeah, that one was for you, Tom.
It's an adult crowd, Terry. That's all right. Yeah.
Anyway.
I just hope we don't get demonetized, that's all.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
We don't worry.
We won't get our paychecks.
Okay, here we go.
A nice place.
What are they building?
I took you to the poor side of town.
Still nice. Still
So
nice.
what are they actually doing there, Ron?
Yeah, what are they building on that corner?
Well,
is
that's
this
the next town below me. That's Longport. That's the very end of the island. You look over toward Ocean City. And by the way, Margate's an island. We're just like the UK. We're just a small island here or whatever. We have a back bay on this side. But anyhow, that's somebody with some money bought 2 houses. That's the best spot in Longport with that view there. He bought 2 houses for like, I don't know, like $19 million. And he's rebuilding some massive thing that this guy's going to sink millions and millions into building like a showcase property right there on the point.
So is Margate completely surrounded with water then?
Yeah, the other side we have what they call the back bays. So the other side is the ocean, and there's a back bay between Margate and the mainland.
Oh, okay.
We have to come over a bridge that spans a couple miles to get over the Margate.
And Ron, that's brackish water, right?
Yes. Yeah. You can still get saltwater fish and stuff back there in that water.
You say there's actually 2 miles between like the nearest port and the mainland, is it?
At least or whatever. And there's you can get Margate has their own bridge, Longport has their own bridge, the mainland and Atlantic City has their own bridge. They're all on the same island. We all have our own bridges off but it's this same mainland.
Oh, okay. Every day is a school day. Okay.
And that's why it's a little cool. We're cooler in the summer than it is on the mainland because we sit a couple miles out in the water. So when it's like real hot inland, like I say, it's 90 degrees, we're still like maybe 80 or whatever. So we stay nice and cool until the real hot part of the summer.
Because it's open all the way around, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why
and because we're in the water, it keeps us a little warmer in the winter too. We don't get as much snow and freezing because the water is kind of part of the jet stream, and the water never really gets all that cold.
Oh, Ron, I've seen pictures of snow at your house before.
Well, whenever there's snow on the beach, I have to get that video because you only get it once, maybe every 5 years, a little snow on the beach.
Well, we've got time for one more video, so I'll just show this video, and I think it's
get one more time for a Lucy video.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this is the one or not, but we'll give this one a go.
Yeah, that wasn't Margate. That was the Juno fishing pier. It's Juno fishing pier in South Florida. The pier that we got kicked out of one year.
Yeah, Terry took care of us.
Well,
Oh, yeah, I
Marcus,
remember it was.
Marcus, you got the blame that day when they said you
I
threw your
did.
landing pad down the
I threw
sand.
my landing pad down.
Mark
Yeah.
Ranger said, "Out of there, folks."
You can't fly there on your bike.
But
So
see
that
this
video,
plane, but see this plane
flying
here.
from?
We got smart. You don't fly from just like kind of like Marcus is worried about the Du Bois Park. Maybe you can't fly right at that pier, but you just go down the street to Wachusky Avenue or whatever it's. Remember, Marcus, and you fly. You fly just
I do.
a block or two down the road to fly, and you're legal there. And you know, and you don't, with the drone, you don't have to be right on top of the location. You're flying.
Yep. We'll figure it out. Indeed. Ron, thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
Actually flown past, but I must just show this one more time before we go.
Give me that audio again. Got it.
What an outro. You should play that every show, Steve.
Anyway, Ron, thank you very much. If you want to see Lucy the Elephant, I've left a teaser because you're going to go to Ron's channel, Ron Brown, check it out, and you will see Lucy the Elephant. So check it out. And all we've got to say is thank you very much for joining us, and hope you can do the same next week. And until then, have a good week. And
Thank you, everyone.
Good night, all drone seekers.
And we'll see you all again next Sunday.
Next
Same time, same channel.
Sunday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye.